All right. And for our third cheese in the box, we have coming all the way from Quebec, we have this Tomme de Haut-Richelieu. I practice that a lot just to try to get it right, just because that's how much I care about you guys. This is going to be it's a goat's milk cheese that's a little bit wash rind. And normally when we talk about wash rind cheeses, we talk about kind of like stinky babies. Baby, this is not. This is so like creamy and milky with nice minerality and just enough that wash rind just gives it a little bit of like depth and flavor without being like overwhelmingly alarming or gamey in any way at all, right? It's just kind of like a little bit of like salty punch on the end there. Um, this is from the Fritz Kaiser Creamery out in Quebec, like I said, and they were founded in 1981, and they are very very proud of their cheese making tradition, as they absolutely should be, because they've won all these awards all over the world. And part of the reason why their cheeses turn out so great is because they work with wooden boards in their cave, the cave where they age the cheeses. Why is that important, you may ask? Well, it's because wood pulls a little bit of moisture from inside the cheese. And so as that cheese is aging, it's naturally sort of like dehydrating over time, which is a part of the aging process of cheese and a part of that flavor development. So we're able to pull a little bit of that like excess moisture from the cheese because wood is naturally porous, but it doesn't then just sort of like sit. It's able to kind of create this like perfect little microcosm, this little environment that the brevibacterium linens on the rind of the cheese absolutely adore, and let them just live their best life so they can make the best cheese, so you can then enjoy the best cheese out there. I know goat can be alarming for some folks. It can be kind of polarizing. This one, again, beautiful minerality without having any of that sort of like stinky boy goat flavor. And a lot of that is because of the way that they treat the animals, right? So when the goats are happy, they're making beautiful, clean milk. When the animals live very close to where the cheese is made, then the milk doesn't really have time to degrade before cheese making. And so you get this beautiful, fresh, clean, milky flavor with that nice minerality that, it's still a goat cheese, right? We don't want it to be something it's not trying to be something she's not, but super, super tasty. This company was founded, like I said, back in 1981, the Fritz Kaiser Cheese Company. And then in the 1990s, his son joined the team. And so now it is officially a family run operation with, kind of the next generation sort of like queuing up in line to keep everything going. They've been expanding over the last like couple of decades or so, again, because they've had so much success with their cheese making, and the cheeses that they are coming up with are absolutely spectacular. This again, super noshable cheese with, I would do like a crisp little white wine with this guy. Or if you want to kind of go in a different direction, we have paired it with a 70% dark chocolate that's, kind of crunchy to like play off the creamy. It's a little bit salty to balance out the salt in the cheese itself. This is one of those pairings where things are, kind of opposite, but also kind of the same, so we're matching salinity levels here, but we're balancing the cream and the crunch and the little bit of bitter from the dark chocolate with the natural sort of sweetness from the cheese. Super fun, a little bit more complex of a pairing situation. So this is for like either save this for yourself or when your like she friends come over.